Wait till I get my money, baby. Wait till I get my money first. Okay, keep up the time, keep up with the vibes, keep up with the look, keep up with the light, keep up with the okay. Tell me when we're rolling. Oh, I gotta back up. Check it. 1, 2, 3. Tell me if you know me. There we go. Back. So, can you hear me now? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Awesome. Welcome. I am working on doing lives, podcasts, streams, living my best life talking because I talk so much in my reality that I just need more ears to be able to hear me out. Give me the chance to keep running my smackers. What am I going to discuss today? I said, what did I say? I said, if what happened today? That's a fun fact. Like story time. Um, I know that. Hmm. Okay. Well, anyway, so I was starving today. Well, you let me know. Are we good to go? Okay. I was starving today. Okay, so starving. I put my order in on Uber. I'm like, okay, I'm about to get this food. I click priority, but then I unclick priority because I'm like, I can thug it out. I can wait. And that 30 minutes ends up turning to 45, and then a whole hour is now hitting. And I'm like, where's my food? So I call the lady, and I'm like, first I text the lady. I said, what's the issue? And I really meant it like, what is the issue? Like, there's no softer way I can present it. So after that, I call her phone, and I'm like, so what's the issue? And she's like, oh, I missed the turn. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, yeah, but I do think you shouldn't have called my phone with the attitude. I said, oh, attitude. Oh no, I just sound like this. I am starving. That means I am hangry, and I don't. I guess I'm coming at you too strong. My apologies, but I'm hangryly waiting for my food, and it's getting longer by the second. Not the issue though. It's not an issue for me. I'm just telling you why I sound like this. Okay, my no, 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 no apologies needed. I didn't pay for priority, so I'm not rushing you. Calm down. I want to give you directions. Boom, I do all of that. Okay. Now, how did I like? I had thoughts afterthoughts about that interaction. And I'm like, well, honestly, like, why do individuals like predetermine they know somebody or know what somebody is doing via their ears or sight without asking, without the power of asking to receive information, to receive, yeah, info? Because you have the power to, after receiving info, is it an answer for you? Is it in theory for you? Is it now a obstacle for you? Like, isn't that crazy? Is it a theory or is it an obstacle? Or will you make it the answer? That's up to you. So, assumption. I think to like pre-assume will be equal to assumption. Because don't they have like the similar root word, you know? And if you say, like, let me say, like, let's give another example, okay? When I be going out to eat with people, like, it can be me, my bestie, like, we outside, okay? And somebody with me could be like, ooh, they have an attitude just because of how they said something or how they set something on the table or they really was not hearing us and kept walking. I am usually going to be the individual to be like, how do you know they're mad if you didn't ask them? Like, how do you not know that that could just be the way they are? Like, they could just be that straightforward, that aggressive, that deaf. Like, you don't know this. Now, I'm also her that goes like, so you want to ask them when they come back? It's cool. Let's ask. When the waitress or waiter comes back, I'm like, hey, are you mad? Did we do something to offend you? And typically, out of the times I've done it, no, um, nothing was done to offend the waiter. The waiter is not angry. The waiter is not feeling offensive or anything. The waiter is like, oh, now I notice that y'all prefer someone more soft, somebody more um, that will stay by your table until they're called. Okay, and that's okay. Though, if someone says, "How would you like to be served today? How would you like your service?" I wonder how that would be answered because when someone's leaving, they say, "How did you like your service?" Right? Now, when someone has comments to their service because they didn't like it, it's like, well, yeah, they're gonna have those comments, right? Because it's not like they was asked, how do you like or how would you like your service today? That wasn't across the board. So, waiter, waitress, how would you know how I would want to be treated as the customer to give up my tip if you don't ask me how? And how do I know your personality if, as the customer, I choose to not interact? Like, don't get your name, don't know where you from, I don't know how long you've been working here. Like, I don't get anything like too specific, and it'll be like, hmm, it's okay. You don't need anything specific in the interaction. You just need to see the personality. When you get to see the personality, you're like, okay, this is gonna be my waiter, my waitress. And that makes you feel more at home per se. when you don't interact, like it's just exactly what it is. Like, hey, I'm hired to serve you, and that's all it is. If you don't want to get to know who's serving you, then I won't get to know who I'm serving. I'll just serve you because, like, yeah, you don't have to tip, but if my service good, not if I'm cool, if what you get to know about me is awesome, but no, if my service is good, I should be getting tipped regardless. So, the box. It's like it shouldn't matter who I am as a person, how I am. If I'm nonchalant, if I'm a little feisty, if I act like I ignore you, if I don't smile, my service was good. I was there when you raised your hand. I was there when you said ma'am 4 times. When you said hey at me, I came every second. I brought you everything you needed, even things that said self-serve. You asked me to go get it like I was yourself, and you still got served by myself. I would think that I deserve to be tipped. So if I was not tipped just because the customer didn't interact, feel the tipping vibes, man, are the customer in the incorrect environment, or is the customer right to prefer how they tip somebody? Is the customer right to feel like, hey, if I don't know you, I won't give you funds. That's what it is. I don't care your story for me, paying for my food. I'm going to put you in the bundle of me paying for my food. They don't add gratuity charge, like they don't add the taxes, tipping fee, then, oh well, I didn't get to know you. I'm not leaving you $5. Gonna get up from this table with my to-go containers and like not say bye either. We all had those customers, no matter what it's in it. Lemonade, huh? Ooh, these lemonades be real sweet. Mm, 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 mm. Who's that? My heart. So, so with that being said, how often do you predetermine or like pre-assume your end results? You did when you're getting into something. Like that's something, right? But I think I got something way like smoother. How free are you? Like versus how systematic are you? Blow me out the water, right? I just feel like I learned a lot of new words today, and I may not be able to be repeat them currently. Though systematic and another word connected to it was what I want, but I know what the word systematic means at least. So we can go with that. And like of course being free is a system. Let me just say that. Because I have a system to how I be free. And I can prove that. So if I am not free and I have a system, would that be systematic? Or did I think of a big word and I'm really slack on what it could mean? So that's that. I've been learning, ooh, smoky. I've been learning so much when it comes to me being free and how to to utilize like my freedom. Though I do believe my like the questions I receive that give me like that cat in the box feel, like why does that matter? And what would it do for you to know? The question could be like, what are you looking for? What do you want? And I'm like, why does it matter? Like, what are you going to do with the answer when you get it? Okay. I asked you back a why and what together because you asked me a why and what. Now, I'm not being, now, I could sound like I'm being combative, though I am being debatable. Pow, pow, pow. And I'm like, hey, before I answer that, I asked, what are you gonna do with the information and why you even want the information? Because if you may want the information just to like have it, like fun fact, then let me slide it to you in a fun fact way. If you want the information because you want to be inspired, well, I don't know if I can inspire you, but I can sure try. And when it completes, I sure did. So outside of that, like, I don't, maybe you want me to like motivate you, and you know. So regardless of that, my answers are this: what I want is to live and live to my fullest capacity of my human body. I want my human body to be like, yo, we live a life. We live in life like daily. Like, even the days I'm in the house doing nothing, I'm still like, I'm living my best life. Mm-mm. Soon I'm going back outside to you. You dig? And, and sometimes when I'm doing, like I'm in house, I can see myself make it to like 5 different homes. And I've been in house, inside the homes, living it up. Like, we having so much fun, right? And it's like, for me, that's one. And another one is like, what do I want? I want true, regulated freedom that is my system. Like, and I want to be like, hey, so this is the way I am. This is my system. This is the way I am. Okay. It keeps me really, really free. And I really want to be this way. Every day, I get to live in my human body, living in this world while creating many lives and lives to enjoy and experience. Knowing that, hey, look, my life of just like having a body and living and just like, like keeping it healthy or going to the grocery store, going on a cruise, whatever it is that I personally do for self, like that. It's like my personal life. And then I'll have like the outside life that's like, oh, I wrote a book. Oh, I do music. Oh, like I give you self growth values. Whatever it could be, it's like, oh yeah, I did that. But that's it. it's cool that I did that. Well, I would do that, and whatever that could be, and whatever that does is like, hey, one day I'm just not gonna wake up to do the work to keep you, keep me doing these bees. Then it's like I still got my primary life. That's like, you know, I wake up and thank the universe for waking me and like giving me all this energy to utilize, be as bubbly and as lifted as I want to be. And I'm just like, why not? No, I don't have to do music. Oh no, I don't have to write a book. No, I don't have to do anything you're saying to me. I just have to be me. Okay, like you're just going to enjoy who I am. That's great enough. And then the other me is like, but you know what? There's some more me's I can be. What me would you want me to be? Because I love roles. I love role playing. I love to take on roles. I like living like mini movies and like TV shows. And I get it, I get it, I get it. Reality shows. I get it, I get it, I get it. Like, you ever woke up one day and be like, oh my gosh, my life was a movie yesterday? Or ever went to sleep like, oh, tonight was a movie. Yes, I love that feeling. It's like adrenaline. It's like that other feeling too that make you feel like it's getting hot in here. And mm, mm, just rocks my mind, you know? Because when you want to feel like that all the time, I mean, I would. It'll make me excited at least. Like, it makes me excited. Like, even when I go to the movie theater, I'm like, yay, I love to be here. This is where I want to be at. Cool. And I'm good with that, you know? And I want to be like, those like pre-thoughts. Yo, listen, life is tough because of pre-thoughts, okay? Like, imagine someone saying to you, like, hey, you know, I could go get a private chef, but our we could just like cook with each other and make food, or you can cook for us. Options. If like in the end, I'm like a private chef, you can pay me to be your private chef, and if you don't want to pay me, then like we can put a jar right there, and then we can do a competition while we cooking with each other, and then halfway through the competition, like we're gonna see who won. Like, okay, when it's over, we're gonna see who won. We ain't gonna cheat. Okay, cool. Boom, pay up. And it's like this: one person gotta pay, and then the other person gotta finish cooking in the kitchen for the other person. You feel me? So like you could pay, and then I can finish cooking in the kitchen for the other person. Game. I'm the chef. If the individual is like, bro, I'm not paying you, and I'm not paying another person either. We're not even on vacation. Like, why would I do that? I'm just like, wait, hold up, that's too much because I did think that, like you were serious, serious about what? Serious about really hiring people. Like I love going to go to the Chinese, the footy place because we don't know if they Oriental. We don't know. I don't. I ain't never asked. I be really in need when I go, so I be like, no talking, booking. I lay down, knock out, go to sleep. I'm like, real on me. So I'm like, man, I need one of those. So I'm like, I ain't tripping on the payment. Don't pay me. Can we just go with each other? Like, can we just go with each other? So I'm like, yo, we can cook together. After we cook, we're gonna be oh so full. We're gonna be oh so full. And then some people get the itis. Some people want to go do other activities. I hope we want to go do other activities because hopefully you don't fail in the state of mind of do like togetherness. And now like we're doing together things. And like now we done cooked together, we done ate together, we about to get up together. I don't know, we wash the dishes together, but it's okay. I will wash that dish. I'm cool because I do wash when I clean up. And I want to interject. Isn't that a conundrum? Like, how many people do wash dishes as they use the kitchen and they're messing up dishes? Like, how many people like really like be like, I use this pot, I use this pan, I use this plate, and then like in the dishwasher or the drying rack, it's like a pot, a pan, and a plate, and then but instead of grabbing those or rinsing the ones you already have, you would literally like go get new ones from the shelf, mess those up, then have used ones in the sink, cleaned ones in the rack, and then new ones you just pulled out to make dirty. So now that's like, you still gotta put up those dishes. Now wash both those, and then they're both gonna be in the rack. Okay, okay, and then that's one, two, three, four. It's like four items gone right there. Like right now, you need four of those items. And in this moment, you're like you just use those two, and instead of rinsing them off to make your four, you got two more to make four. Okay, so we can see like you need four to be doing this like dinner. You know what I mean? We need four to be doing this dinner. Let me not get sidetracked, right? And we definitely gonna imply our interjections into our conversation, of course. Let's not get sidetracked. So boom, it's like, well, when we want to do dinner time again, we only got two plates. I mean, two items. Boom. And it's like, dang, what kind of people are we though? Like, isn't it a like it's a conundrum? Like how like I love to come up with different kind of examples and like maybe statistics or whatever. Like I'm only one person and I have my whole life, so I'm pretty sure my statistic is for my life in the one person I am. Like I'm pretty sure what I'm saying is tailored specifically to me, and it may not help you, but it could inform you to create some insight for yourself on what you need help on. Simply, like I'm really good at insight, you know? But yeah, let's get back. So if now, you know, we're the type of people who are like, I am not washing dishes after I get done. Neither one of us are. And we don't, they're dirty. Wake up tomorrow, we got these clean dishes. We about to cook something. We use these two dishes and we like, dang, we need two more dishes. You gonna wash them dishes in the sink? Hold on, wait. Why I gotta wash the dishes in the sink when we was up last night both using them? Why you can't wash them when you just started making more dishes dirty? That is a conversation to me that I have seen multiple times. I've seen that conversation multiple times. Like, I'm not about to do your side of the work. And it's so crazy because it's like, do your side of the work. Ain't this together, man? Boy, let me hit you with a woo. Okay, so this example. Hey, as I'm cooking, the example it's like the example I just gave. Hey, I'm using these two pans, I'm cooking. And I'm like, hey, like, oh yeah, I just made 5 dishes over there. And I'm gonna make 5 more. And all 4 of these pots are gonna be dirty. But hey, come here, family. Can we make a rule that if we, anybody can participate, but if I, you know, because I'm doing it right now and I'm asking and I'm really asking about myself, but I'm going to say, when we cook, when anybody cooks for the family, can anybody in the family participate, well, who didn't cook, participate to clean dishes? We even gotta do days, but let's not make someone do it every day. Let's spread it out in the family. Okay. I am the family member that is like, hey, I wash dishes as I go. So I think the only dishes that are gonna be left over are your dish. So if you don't mind just washing your dishware, I think we would just get very far with that. Like with self accountability and self cleaning. No, self care, self care. Yeah, yeah, that's good. Self care. Self cleaning too, but you know, if it's self cleaning, it's self really cleaning self. It's self really a self cleaning being, like, is self really gonna clean without any other cells telling self to clean? That is a cat in the box for self. Gotta ask self. Man, ooh, ooh, I'm surfing, surfing. Okay, let's talk about other stuff. Let's talk about like, yo, this is what gets me, yo. I gotta tell somebody, okay? I'm a firm believer that I can, like, what's it called? Like, premeditate, like, yeah, like, I can pre plan my future. You know, like, I could be like, hey, girl, I'm coming over. And I don't know what I'm doing when I'm coming over, and I don't know how long I'll be there, but I do know I have to go to work at 7 p.m. and it's like 12 noon, so maybe I'm only gonna be there probably till 6. I could tell you that. Like, I do work, but the work could vanish. I don't know. So, is it cool that I have just like an open field to come over? And it's like, yeah, come here. Come on over. Why not? While I'm over there, okay? Let's remind us that I said I do gotta go to work, but it could vanish. And I might leave at 6, but that could change. And it is 12, and I do need an open come over, okay? When I get there, and I'm asked, so when you leaving? Well, blowed, just completely through, just thrown off. When I'm asked, like, after 5 hours, so what are you doing tonight? Currently, I still got 3 more hours to, well, I guess it's two. I was leaving at 6, it's 5, that's 7. All right, I got like an hour and a half to like get to work, and then I'm gonna work for the rest of the night thus far. So I actually don't know if I'm doing anything different, but I did tell you I had to go to work. I'm not sure if you think work is an hour. It could be, what am I doing after work? But I ain't went to work yet. So how would I tell you that? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, wait, hold on, wait. No, no, no. I can see, like, I can premeditate my future, but I still decay if, like, it's gonna come to, like, pass. I don't know. Like, I still have to wait till it happens as well. Like, it doesn't matter what I premeditate. I don't know if, like, it'll happen because typically, like, it involves nature, people, universe, things like pronouns and nouns. Yeah, I think that's a stretch. Yeah, verbs too, adjectives, adverbs, all of that. Okay, it it like opens and be like, y'all come help, and like, wait, that's a lot of different variables. And like, when I premeditated this, I was like, okay, universe, you said I got me, we got each other, you said I could do it, we gonna do it, we gonna get it done. And then like days later, it was like, oh, 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 so when I met so and so yesterday, you actually wanted me to be cool because so and so is gonna do footwork and like introduce me to so and so and open up that door, and you knew I was quick to like just, like so and so not here today, so obviously I'm quick to do something. What, so you just knew so and so was gonna be like not that bad. So I'm thinking of it. I'm like, let me call so and so. But hey, so and so, what's up? Like, I know I'm horrible, but like, I heard that you not as horrible as me, so you actually don't get offended by my horribleness. So and so should be like, you're right. I don't. I'm glad you noticed. So yeah, let's get the work done. And I'm like, whoa, I'm glad I noticed. And I really gotta take note. Because I can look at all my notes. But if I don't even notice what's on my notes when I look at it, I ain't even noticed the note when I took it. I just was taking notes. So I get it. No one just wants to just be taking notes. But again, majority of people are just taking notes. They're not noticing ain't much. Not noticing much. And I'm noticing too much. I'm noticing too much. I'm like, oh Lord. Can I be mellow for a day? Can I say something and someone believe like I'm her? Like I remember like life would be so difficult in my mind because I used to feel like, oh, if I had a PhD or something, then when I said a word to somebody, and even if it was in a statement, they would like 100% like be like, yeah, you're smart, you know, and like, take heed. Am I saying you have to incorporate it in your life? I don't think so. I think I'm saying like, hey, vibe with it so you can tell someone else. I'm so many mixed signals. I have no idea. How are we? How are we doing thus far? Okay. 30 and eat. Be saucy, y'all. Mm. Ooh, got my jaws dry. Mm. Oh, me. I can't wait till I start talking about adultery, like adulthood. Excuse my language. But anyway, it's like, welcome to Creative Adult Experience, where I am going to let my creative value flow free through my personality and provide a loving outlook in my adult life and allow the whole way I share it to be an experience. Boom. Absolutely. So, yeah. Um, so I feel like, let me get back to the thing. Once I'm over and, like those questions get asked and I'm like bewildered, taken back by the questions, it's like, hey, let's get back to reality because I said what I said, you knew what I said, you were there for it, okay? If a person like knows they're asking those questions and they allow themselves to back off the questions and just go through this a little longer, I'm like, that is corruptive. You knew right then and there you were really over it. So let's not act like you're down. You were over it. You wasn't with it. You asked questions like you were done, and that's paying attention to self. If you're not gonna pay attention to self, what are you paying attention to outside of self? Hmm, isn't that a conundrum? Can't So it's like, hey, if you don't want to pay attention to self and you just float these next couple of moments and the longer moments, weeks or days, whatever, and then one day like wake up like, hey, something's not going right. I don't need to do this anymore and I'm over it. And it's like, hey, calm that ish down. You're not. You knew how you felt when you said yes. You knew how you felt when you interjected like possible pullbacks, but you ain't pulled back. You stayed. I know now you may be waking up with the confidence, but nip it in the bud. You're here now. I'm here now, and I'm here until I'm ready to leave. Okay. Now you can say something to make me want to go faster, but don't act like what you're learning now is new because you don't know why you were pulling out earlier with the comments you were making because you didn't even realize you were making those comments that signified pull out energy. So, yeah, you probably have no clue about like what comes from that. And you probably have no clue how it's gonna end. So it's like, no, I've been this way since I got this way. You're going to accept this way. It's us against the world, friend. And I say that because, like, imagine when you take somebody into your home or like you just be friends with somebody or whatever. Like females do it all the time. Like, hey, girl, like let me be your home girl, and I'm a girl's girl and stuff like that. And then like she get over there, and some girls do be on the other end of that stick, and it be like, Shorty stole from me. Like it's just what it is. Like Shorty did nip you, get you, yes, yes, yes. But then it be some situations where it be like, nah, I never even told you a story about me nipping somebody. I told you a story about me getting nipped. And now I'm in your life and you're acting like I'm gonna nip you. What do I have to nip you for? If I've never even nipped somebody else that's already nipped me and I still know all of the nips, why would I? What makes you so awesome that I need to nip you? Like I'm not calling you not. I'm saying you're awesome, but what makes you awesome? So I can know like why I would nip outside of you, and that's so important. It's like the whys in the house. We just come back to them. And that does happen sometimes. Like you just go full circle. You just go full circle. Like to know, like, hey, like I've been honest all this time. So do not assume I'm gonna do something reckless, like not being honest. Like because if you could presume or assume I'm not being honest now, just think you could have had that same assumption when you first met me and said, whoa, you sound like a real honest individual. I am like, hmm, if that's how you truly was coming, when did I stop being that individual? When? And if you're like now, well then I'm pretty sure you were fibbing in the beginning. Because nah, I've been this way, and I'm pretty sure like it was some things going on that didn't produce this way. So unless you asked, how was you going to receive a this way? Who kind of takes us back to all of it. Let's recap. Let's recap. Hey, the clues are out there. The context clues is out there. And if you decide to be like, well, they helping me, so I'ma just assume, and then if I believe I'm not assuming, I can determine without asking, so I can predetermine what you're even gonna tell me. So why do I need to ask? Like, deep breath, release. Yeah, that would drive me crazy too. Yes. So, yes, a good point in the recap is ask questions. Truly ask questions. Like, ask, do you want to do this? Do you want to be involved? Is this good? Like, how do you want it to go? All of that is very important. And, like, shit, call it step one. Well, step two, but step one. Because I think that's very, very much so important. So, another thing is like, hmm, what's another important factor for this recap that I would like for you to take away with, like, it's not like pre-planning, but determine your outcome, determine your results, your proper results, determine your what, determine your how, determine your when, your where, your what, determine all of it, determine your life. And if you could predetermine and you know a good amount of situations that need that prior, you know presence, preference, or you know determining pre effectively. Like, that's just might what's gonna be needed. So that's that. And like, if you a mind reader, can you come show me? If this this ties into asking questions, like, and don't project. Like, if you think somebody is being mean to you, then you should ask them. If they cut you off or they do something mean where they can't answer you, then you got to remove yourself, because that is a true mean individual, and they don't even know how truly mean they are. So, with that being said, I hope I gave insight where it's due, and shown like, hey, I'm here, I'm real, and uh, yeah. So I appreciate you viewing. Like, yeah, welcome to the podcast, Create Adult Experience, you know, presented by Shae-Nitty, and like, shout out to like hashtag uncensored truth. Boom. That's fabulous, and I believe it's a wrap. I just know by the little cotton about to throw. Let's see. I know I got a lot of cotton, because I was smoke. Honestly, I think I need a nap. Nap on me, baby. Don't stop. Wanna do that, baby. Yeah, let's stop doing that. I would say like life is as fun as you make it. The difficulties come in where like having to like go through the maze of statements that people choose to make and create and say to an individual. Like I have a lot of like, what do you want me to do with that, and what am I supposed to come up with from just what you said? Like I can tell you what it made me think to come up with. Like, is this what you mean? And when you say no, you need to know that that's what I came up with. So if you say no, I have no other come up with, and I think it's your turn now. Oh, I don't know if that was like 100% like fully long, but I am like, I don't know if my heart rate about sleep, but yeah, I think I need a nap. I can't even see how pretty I look. Man, I wear glasses for real. How'd you like my discussions? I'm working on like just hopping on, recording, and speaking some uncensored truth. Like I get it. It's a lot going on. Let's discuss it. Though I want you to know that the things I discuss are like just things I discuss. Like I'm not like going to be heartbroken about anything I discuss, because like isn't that the point of discussing it, so you don't get heartbroken? So how would I be heartbroken and I didn't even finish discussing it yet? Like that is just going backwards. Like you can't unheartbroke. That's a hard one. But you can not heartbroke. You can just stay heart together. Unbroken hearted by communication, talking about it. So like, don't we all learn that? Conundrum. So yeah, this is what Shae-Nitty really be like for real in real life. What we got? You can't stop, bro. Shaking your ass that you can't stop shaking. Oh, probably because I'm sleepy. Like it. I was tired. Just rolling. I knew like, baby, I went to bed like at 5. No, actually, homie called me at 6. I said, what time is it? 6:47. Oh, New York on the same time as Georgia. Okay, yeah. 6:47. That means I was up to 7 a.m. in the morning. OMG. Crazy. And then I was up by like 10. I'm like exhausted, man. Like, sleep, where is you at? So that's that. But it's not a vibe if you don't feel like you ain't you ain't beating your chest to keep the smoke flowing. Like, comment, and subscribe. You dig? That's a pen. Oh, mean. So I got some like jazz beats in the back. You feel me? Like, am I talented enough? It's like, what do you know me for? Do you know me for talking? Do you know me for being all like her? Or do you know me for like spitting them rhymes at any time? How do you know me? All right, let's talk about it. Hmm. Ooh, I've been very like poetic. Let's do some poetry, y'all. I'm gonna do a poem by me, and it is freestyle from my thoughts that are lingering in my head. Okay. Oh, I did a hardcore one. Notice. I see that you notice me. I'll take note of that. Now I have all these notes from you. You've decided to write me. I'll take note of that. Though I haven't noticed what you wrote because I haven't read a note. Though after all these notices, I'm noticing you're not taking notes. So I take my notes and go give them to you and hope that you notice. And while you just keep being you and, you know, noticing me, you never actually notice the notes about me. So I know you don't know me because you're only noticing what I'm showing. So everybody snapped their fingers and I'm like, ah, what is that? I was like, yeah, I seen a car sticker that said, hey, thank you for noticing I'm not following your directions. I've taken notice of that. I've also taken notice that I don't care. but it's noted, and I hope you're happy that I haven't noted that I had to take notice of what you were noticing. Noted. And it didn't say that verbatim, but it said all the noticings and notices and stuff. And I was just like, that is sauce. Because you know how many folk never notice anything? Like, come on, y'all. Did I wake up? Welcome to Creative Adult Experience, where I am allowing my creativity to flow through the adult I am and making it all an experience. So, have you ever noticed how, like, you could be noticing everything going on in the world, like, or going on around you? And then you notice that one other person who's noticing the same thing you're noticing. And boom, you're like, y'all get eye to eye. And it's like, you just notice what I noticed. And then, oh, the best time that happens is when something is going down. And then y'all look at each other eye to eye and you're like, we need the GTF. Let's go. And then, boom, you leave. Where am I from? Oh, this is crazy. And then, like, you need to leave the premises and, like, boom, you end up together off the premises and you're like, hey, what's your name? So and so, so and so. And now, like, y'all are friends because y'all were on the same wavelength in a group of many just because y'all noticed each other's eyesight. Oh my gosh. Like, take note, right? Because how many other noticing things, like notices happen and created your connection with whomsoever, was on the other end of that notice. You did? That's like that's empowerful because like no matter what those two, went on to like, their endeavors in life, they know that through all the strife, we're cool because within all these drama, like strife, like corruption, any of that, like explosion, we saw each other's sight because we noticed that we had similar energy in a room full of energies. We say it again. We had similar energy in a room full of energies. Come on now. Of course, we're connecting, you know? Now, that is so important because there are moments where we can be in a room and we have noticed that, hey, you act like I do. And we have taken characteristics and we have taken like maybe some personality traits or even decision making skills. Like we've taken all of that and just like bundled up many different like pebbles we picked up from each group and was like, yep, energy, we should connect. Now you can do the same thing to yourself. And if you're willing to do that, great connection. If you are like, hey, I would rather like not be many pieces picked up, take the whole square. Like this square, this square, this square. We all coming. You can't take pieces from a square and think that we're about to connect. You gotta mix with all three of my squares fully, okay? That's a clash. That's incompatibility right there. Because one, if you ain't gotta take all my three shares, why do I gotta take yours? And if if you're refusing to take to fill my three squares, why would I take your pebbles? That's that's a tough one, because it'll be like, what is that in real life? Like, what is that like? That's pebbles. Like, hey, let me come spend time with you. Let me text you on occasion. Let me hug you every now and then. Let me call you when I want to. And that's pebbles of me. And then pebbles of him, whomever. And then like the fill me in is like, hey, you call me every now and then. I think you should be paying my phone bill. Hey, like you pull up to my house twice. Do you want to take care of my rent? Hey, you were over here for dinner and I see you go to the bathroom, turn on the light. Are you gonna pay for my light bill? Hey, you asked to drive my car last week. Are you paying my car note in or insurance? Like that's what it looks like with a person, giving pebbles or allowing pebbles to be, received and being asked to fill in the boxes instead of drop some pebbles too. And I know that's a tough one because isn't it the dynamic that goes on a lot? Like, and yeah, we all want to get to like, I don't know, like, do you want to be more of like, hey, I want my partner to be the pebble type like I am? Or do you want your partner to be like the fill in type like I am? Like, hey, I want you to. Cake. It'd be like, if I was a pebble person, let's go that way first. It would be like, hey, like, take me out to eat and I'll pay for it. If I drive, you pay for it. Or take me this day, I got you this day. I did get you flowers, you got me. Like, it'd be like a good ratio of share and gifts, but nothing too like overwhelming. Now, with a fill in type, it's like, hey, I get it, okay? Pay my phone bill. And yes, I will call you every single day. I will. Yes, make me look pretty, and I want to flaunt my prettiness around you 24/7. Like, please don't send me home. Can you just move me in? Like, how about we feel each other that way? Like, I just fell into your world, and now you're mine. That is a feeling type, like 100%. So, which do you want? Do you think you could be a pebble type and accept and actually be able to regulate a feeling type, to a benefit of having in your life? Also, do you feel like you could be a feeling that actually will accept a pebble? Like, meaning like, are you, and that's and okay, when I'm thinking like this, I did ponder myself. I'm like, well, feeling, what you mean by that? Like, is a feeling type a person that wants to be filled in and is willing to fill in as well? Yes, I would say so. I think a person that's willing to pay all your bills is willing to move you in and continue to just pay all their bills. Like, I do believe that is a feeling type. I believe a person like that's a pebble type that have feeling qualities are like, hey, I'll pay a bill or two, but you're not about to move in with me because you're not gonna fill in my life. Like I'll just like partake in yours occasionally, but if you need me to fill something out, I'll do that. Like I'll fill out this area and this area, but that's it. Like I'm not filling out all your areas. But that pebble type knows how to fill it out. Like that's what they do. But a pebble with no filling traits would be like, hey, you want $30 for some food or 40, whatever. And they gave you that. And then like, yes, you got in the car, your toes was not done, and they were like, didn't take you to go get it. And they knew they just gave you money for food. So if you have money for food, I guess you would have, yeah, took that money to go get your toes done. But hey, is it your fault? They messing with your tier of who you are? No, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. Well, of course it's your fault. Like you the baddie you is. Like of course you snagged him. But is it your fault that you may be a little money tight? Yeah. But is it your fault he don't notice it? No, it's not your fault. Because he literally sent you, he literally bought you food. And he didn't ask you if you had the money to buy the food. That's his fault. He didn't realize that you, I only got food because of you. So if you seen me like 3 days ago and I had my toes done and you was like, "Shh, I'm gonna buy her food because I want her to go get her toes done," and you ain't discussed that with me, I think that is an issue. Because why are you not discussing with me like the in between? Like if 3 days ago you seen me, my toes is chipped, my nails is regular, okay? My hair needs to be taken down, let's be real. But I'm working on that growth. I'm trying to see that real new growth. You know what I mean? It'd be like, okay, 3 days later you send me some food money. And then the next 4 days later you forget that 3 days ago I was still looking like this. You thought that I was saving money or something because 3 days ago I didn't have the $75 to go do this for no reason. Whatever reason this gets done, I didn't have that, so I didn't do it. Okay, it was like 75 elsewhere. I had a lot of food this week. You just brought me more. Okay, so I had food money. I ain't got a 75. You only gave me 40. So I think it would have helped. I had $40. So if I would have not got food, then I would have had 80 and then I would have been hungry. So how that worked? I was still in the same position I was in when you sent the food money. You didn't know because you didn't discuss with me your attributes. Hmm.
My dad wants to see you.
Okay, I did stop it and then press play again, but you can stop it again. All right, mouth this bitch, y'all. It got stuck in my hair.